The endless sky and the earth. The blue sky occasionally chirps like birds and beasts, and if you look closely, a space is slightly distorted, and a young man with a thin body and a heavy back emerges from it. In the sky, who is this not Xiao Yan? Is this the Dao Di continent? Sure enough, there is a lot of Emperor's Origin Qi. Xiao Yan also found that the Emperor's Origin Qi and the Heaven and Earth Spiritual Qi of Dao Qi continent didn't seem to be much different, so he didn't pay too much attention. Xiao Yan stood in the sky out of thin air and carefully felt this piece of duty continent, and found that the spiritual energy of heaven and earth on this continent was several times more powerful and abundant than the previous Du Qi continent. No wonder it can be called an upper plane. Master, where are we going now? The Golden Dragon King did not stop Xiao Yan, and let him experience the atmosphere of the new continent in the sky of this new continent. Duty continent is divided into 4 relatively independent continents: south, east, and northwest. Next, we should go to the northernmost continent, which is also the weaker continent on Duty continent, because I have some personal affairs to deal with, and there are some things that are impressive. The existence of sacred flame has been around for so many years, I really don't know if it's okay. The Golden Dragon King pondered with nostalgia. Holy Yan? Xiao Yan's heart seemed to be burning hot again, just like when he was looking for a strange fire. Land down first. Many of the skies in this continent are ruled by the state, and the sky is strictly forbidden. Otherwise, we will be in trouble. The voice of the Golden Dragon King came from the ring. When Xiao Yan heard the words, he was stunned and immediately flew towards the ground. Looking at your young age, if you tell the location of the treasure pavilion, then we can let you go. Otherwise, look at your tender flesh. These brothers here will not let you go. The man with a ferocious face said to a woman in front of him, who seemed to be helpless. After he finished speaking, he looked at the men who were smiling evilly behind him. I don't even know where the treasure pavilion is. I'm just a servant of the Mu family. How can I know? You should ask the people of the Mu family. The woman was obviously wronged. The man with fierce eyes, even his voice was slightly faint. Ask the Mu family? We all came from the Mu family. The head of the Mu family said before he died that you took away the blueprints of the treasure pavilion. What else do you have to say? The leading man growled, said to the woman in front of him. If you want to kill, why do you need so many excuses for nonsense? The woman also saw that the person in front of her was just looking for so many excuses to kill herself, and there was no such thing as a treasure map. Go! First, take off all her clothes and search for the ring. The men behind him looked at the woman in front of them with fiery eyes. Qingji's face and 3,000 blue silks were hanging down, and everyone with a small waist and white skin was watching. The same drool. It's really not as good as a beast. The young woman stroked the only decoration on her hand, which was the only thing her mother had left for her, and then her eyes became much firmer, preferring jade to be broken rather than tile. Woman's eyes. Xiao Yan, wait. Go to the east of you. I feel a vaguely familiar aura looming. Hurry up. The Golden Dragon King in the ring said to Xiao Yan, he could make himself feel the aura of déjà vu, or it was a former enemy, or just a former friend. Obviously, there will be no strong aura on the border of this continent, so the result is obviously the latter. Only then did he roar at Xiao Yan. Boom, boom, boom! Just when the woman was about to meet the vicious hands of everyone when she was taking action to protect her chastity, Xiao Yan arrived in time, and Xiao Yi seemed to see that none of them were good people because of their behavior. With a bit of anger, the strange fire spread out in an instant, knocking down all the weaker ones. Maybe even Xiao Yan didn't realize that since the mysterious rune lighted up on Xiao Yi's forehead on the way to Dodi continent, she has gradually become humanized. Yi rarely speaks. Yi, who is your excellency? This girl is our target. If you want to be a hero to save the beauty, you're looking for the wrong person. Come on, brothers. The man in the lead instantly turned gloomy and looked at Xiao Yan, who was about to die in front of him with disdain. Young Xia, be careful. Their leader is a 6-star fighting saint. The woman was very grateful to Xiao Yan for saving her, but she also knew the strength of these people who were chasing her, and didn't want to involve Xiao Yan's innocent life, so she hurriedly warned her. But what the woman didn't expect was that, in the blink of an eye, Xiao Yan instantly killed the few people who were still in front of her. The remaining man looked at Xiao Yan in fear and shouted for mercy, "This is an elixir. If you're not afraid that I will poison you, just take it. It can relieve your wounds very well." Xiao Yan handed a healing elixir and a topical medicine to the girl who was still determined in her eyes. Component placement looked at the blood flowing from the girl's calf and couldn't help feeling a little distressed, completely ignoring the man in front of him and a few remaining subordinates. My own first-hand brothers are also a group of fighting saints. Although they do not work very hard in their cultivation, they are under the leadership of their 6-star fighting saints to pick up some tasks every now and then to make a living. But the strange thing is that when Xiao Yan appeared in front of him, the vindictive energy in his body seemed to solidify. Especially the milky white figure made him sweat cold. "Thank you." After saying that, the girl did not hesitate. She picked up Xiao Yan's mobile phone and swallowed it directly. After taking the medicine, she put it on her wound, and her wound solidified within a few seconds of applying it. Now I even feel a trace of warmth in the wound, repairing my wound. This is definitely a high-level medicine pill. The young woman was shocked. "Why are so many of you chasing a weak woman?" Xiao Yan asked with a smile. "Young master, spare your life. We homeless prodigal sons have no choice but to go to Mu's house this time to collect some money. But who would have thought that when we just went to their Mu's house would have been blood-bathed long ago? It's the same. There is a lot of smoke everywhere. Even the remaining servants are not spared. We are also threatened by some mysterious people. I heard that she has a map of the treasure pavilion on her body, so..." The man looked at Xiao Yan in horror. Xiao Yan also knew this. The man did not lie because a person does not dare to lie when he is extremely frightened. "Many thanks for your life-saving grace." The woman knelt down and kowtowed to Xiao Yan when she saw the situation at this time. "Get up, you don't need to be so polite." Although Xiao Yan didn't know why the Golden Dragon King asked himself to save the 1-star fighting saint in front of him, there must be a reason for the Golden Dragon King. "Whatever you do with this person is up to you." Xiao Yan turned around and said to the woman, "Ngong, let's just let him go. In fact, they have no choice but to. I didn't know who my parents were since I was born. As far back as I can remember, I only knew the ring on my hand was the only clue to find them. Anyway, the Mu family has nurturing me. Maybe I am too weak now, but I will avenge the Mu family." He clenched his small fist and said resolutely, "If you have anything, just say it." Xiao Yan just wanted to leave when he saw that the matter in front of him was resolved. Because of his tenderness towards the enemy, he sometimes killed himself, but he saw the woman who was extremely embarrassed and hesitating, as if she had something to say. "Look, Ngong, I know that you are a good person. The Mu family has been destroyed. I am helpless now. Although it is a bit presumptuous, can I accompany you? I can do laundry and cook anything. And I want to investigate this matter, but I will always follow my benefactor if I have my wish." After hesitating, he looked at Xiao Yan, the last straw of life, with anticipation. Indeed, the Mu family was destroyed. "Where is there a place for yourself? The weak will be bullied. The weak will not be able to protect what they want to protect. The weak will not be able to find their biological parents. I must become stronger." The woman looked at Xiao Yan firmly, which reminded Xiao Yan of himself back then, and the woman in front of him was very similar to himself back then.